Hello everyone, I'm Kate Andrews and here's a look at what is going on this week in the news. And we begin in news from the Vatican. Cardinal Sean O'Malley of Boston met with 4 lay members of the Pontifical Commission for the Protection of Minors at the Vatican April 12th. They discussed the appointment of a Chilean bishop who has been accused of covering up for an abusive priest. The cardinal, who is the commission's president, agreed to present their concerns to Pope Francis about Bishop Juan Barros of Osorno, Chile. The bishop had been accused of covering up for Father Fernando Caradima, who is known to have committed sexual abuse. Bishop Barros, however, denies having had prior knowledge of the criminal behavior. In news from the Vatican, Pope Francis concelebrated Mass April 12th with the Armenian Catholic Patriarch. Rome Reports has more.
It was a Mass celebrated in St. Peter's Basilica, but it made international news. Walking side by side with the superior of the Armenian Church and the Patriarch, the Pope described the massacre of more than 1 million Armenians as a genocide.
Generalmente viene considerata come il primo genocidio del XX secolo. Essa ha colpito il vostro popolo armeno, prima nazione cristiana.
Whether or not the Pope would actually use the word genocide had triggered widespread speculation. From 1915 to 1923, about 1.5 million Armenians were killed under the Ottoman Empire in what is now present-day Turkey. Armenians applauded the Pope's remarks. Turkey, which has long denied the genocide, arguing they were casualties of war, disapproved. The Pope said acceptance is part of the healing process.
Nascondere o negare il male è come lasciare che una ferita continui a sanguinare senza medicarla.
The Pope also linked the Armenian genocide to the current persecution of Christians.
A causa della loro fede in Cristo o della loro appartenenza etnica vengono pubblicamente e atrocemente uccisi, decapitati, crocifissi, bruciati vivi, oppure costretti ad abbandonare la loro terra.
Armenia's president attended the Mass, along with other high-ranking civil and religious authorities. Shortly after the Mass, Turkey summoned the Vatican's ambassador and his counterpart in Rome to show their disapproval. During the 2-hour Mass, which followed the Armenian Rite, the Pope also declared St. Gregory of Narek as a doctor of the Church.
In news from around the country, U.S. President Barack Obama and Cuban President Raul Castro met for an hour April 11th. It was the first meeting between the leaders of the two neighboring countries since 1958. The session was held during the Summit on the Americas. In December, Obama and Castro announced the two estranged nations would reestablish official diplomatic relations. President Dwight Eisenhower in 1960 first imposed a trade embargo on Cuba. Both Obama and Castro have acknowledged the role the Vatican played in what turned out to have been 18 months of secret negotiations. In news from the Vatican, Pope Francis distributed copies of his official proclamation of the Holy Year of Mercy April 11th. Rome Reports has more on the special celebration.
Pope Francis bowed in front of the Holy Door in St. Peter's Basilica to officially convene the next Jubilee. During the Holy Year, the door symbolically becomes a door of mercy, and millions of pilgrims will cross through it.
Grazie, la misericordia e la pace di Dio nostro Padre e di Gesù Cristo, nostro Signore e nostro Salvatore, sia con tutti noi.
To convene the Jubilee, the Pope delivered a so-called bull. It is entitled Misericordiae Vultus, or the Face of Mercy. The text includes 25 points that the Pope believes are important for the upcoming year. God forgives with tenderness and compassion, the Pope said. However, Christians should also be forgiving to be credible, and so the motto of the Jubilee will be, merciful like the Father. The time has come for the Church to take up the joyful call to mercy once more. It is time to return to the basics and to bear the weaknesses and struggles of our brothers and sisters. Mercy is the force that reawakens us to new life and instills in us the courage to look to the future with hope. The Jubilee will begin on December 8th and ends on November 20th, 2016. Specific points include: it invites Catholics to rediscover works of mercy. It suggests that the sacrament of confession will be paramount. The Pope will appoint priests in every diocese to be convincing preachers of mercy, and they will forgive particularly grave sins without having to ask permission from the Vatican. For example, they will have the authority to pardon sacrilege against the Eucharist. Gang members will also be asked to convert. It proposes dialogue with Jews and Muslims to avoid contempt or discrimination. The Pope explained that the Jubilee is an opportunity for every person and not simply an institutional event.
Ma perché oggi un giubileo della misericordia? Semplicemente perché la Chiesa in questo momento di grandi cambiamenti epocali è chiamata ad offrire più fortemente i segni della presenza e della vicinanza di Dio. Questo non è il tempo per la distrazione.
The Jubilee will be celebrated in every diocese in the world so that people who are unable to visit Rome can still participate.
Well, that is all the information we have for you at this time. I'm Kate Andrews. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.